Inside scoop on jobs getting canceled. Why are jobs getting canceled so much right now? There are a couple of reasons, and as a 20-year career coaching veteran, I'm going to walk you through exactly what's happening inside companies right now, okay? Because I've seen a lot of people out there giving advice who actually don't come from the industry, and a lot of that advice you're seeing is bogus. So let's unpack it, okay? First of all, understand that it is a buyer's market for employers right now. 2 years ago, employees had the upper hand, right? But now it's swung the other way. And what that means is they're being a lot pickier about who they hire and when they hire. They're very stressed out about hiring the right person. I want you to think of it like when you go shopping. If you only have two choices, right? Like go into an ice cream parlor, chocolate, vanilla. 2 seconds for you to decide. But if there's 52 flavors, a lot more to decide. This is what hiring managers are going through. And so you're seeing things like really long interview cycles. And them interviewing a lot more people, them taking a lot longer. I mean, evidence shows that the average hiring cycle is about 13 weeks from the moment they post a job till they hire someone. These are all signs of companies being really picky with their hiring. But also, you're seeing a trend of jobs getting canceled. So they post a job, you go on interviews, you're all excited, you're moving through the process, and then they message you and say the job's been canceled. Then all of a sudden, a month or two later, you see the job posted again, but it's a more junior position for less money. What's that about? Well, when people go shopping like they're doing right now, they initially think they need one thing, they interview a bunch of you and then go, wait a minute, we probably don't have to spend as much money right now. It's a buyer's market. So let's cancel the job and let's figure out what more junior type person we need. Let's go out, let's lower the salary, let's repost it again. This is happening across the board. It's called the lowering of salary bands. And it comes out of interviewing and realizing that, oh my gosh, we can get people for cheaper. Remember, companies are in the business of making money, and employees are the single biggest cost. So there is pressure on them to lower the cost in order for the company to be more profitable. That's what's happening right now. Now, my advice to you, if you're thinking, well, I'm just gonna wait until the market bounces back, I would not advise that. The longer that you stay unemployed, the less likely you will ever get back to the salary that you were on initially. And that's because it's like a house that sits on the market too long. People assume something's wrong with it and eventually it sells below asking. No different here. So what I'm teaching people to do over at Work It Daily, we have our clients, we get a strategy of getting them back to work. All right, helping them become the must-have candidate. Because one of the ways that you can overcome this situation of a job getting canceled is being the must-have candidate, not the nice-to-have candidate. So there are techniques you can learn to do in the interview to make them see that you are the aspirin to their pain so they want to hire you. But then once you get hired, if you don't get hired at the rate you want to be at, we now double down on your job search. That's right, you get hired and we double down on your job search. And that's because you are always more attractive when you are employed. So don't think that recruiters are going to ignore you because you just took a job. Oh no, they'll happily poach you, especially if they know that you got hired someplace else. So now we use a strategy to get you in front of these hiring managers and upgrade you quickly and get you back to the pay rate that you want and deserve. That's the techniques you have to use in this market because that's what's happening. So be in the know, understand the process, and then play the game accordingly. And that leads me to my last point. Most job seekers right now are paying an ignorance tax. For example, if you don't understand what's happening in the market, you can't play the game correctly. So closing your gaps in knowledge and understanding what works in this market is the secret to getting what you want. And it's not hard to do, but it requires you to put yourself, in a little bit of a learning mode. I call it temporary productive discomfort, meaning, yeah, you got to go back to school, learn a few things, but boy, is it going to pay off for you in the form of a new, better paying job, okay? If this helped, you can help me back for free in 2 ways. First of all, follow me here and post a question. Tell me what you need to know more about, okay? I'm trying to help people every single day here. And then secondly, based on all your feedback, I have built an entire set of free resources to help close your gaps in knowledge so that you stop paying the ignorance tax. And they're all linked in my bio. Here in the circle, click on it, the link's there, instant access. Start learning what you need to do to succeed in this marketplace so you can get that job you want and deserve, okay? Good luck, go get them.